James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the Trey, yes and no, friends and the foes, the Butlers and the Heroes. You can feel it in your soul, the win, the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing, like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Okay, man. Okay, man. You got you on. Bitch, I'm gonna give me one. Yeah. Welcome to the Basement Sports Network post-game show. I'm your host, Roy A. Shepard. We could have won this one, fellas. I ain't gonna hold y'all. That's how I'm feeling a little bit. Like, we got a certain dirty, nasty, sleazy son of a bitch that we gotta talk about. But yeah, I feel all right. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. So with me today, I got my boy Stone. Stone, how you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing, Royal. How could I complain? Less than 100 hours ago, my basketball team was about to embarrass me like no other basketball team has embarrassed anybody else. And they came through because this is Erik Spoelstra's team and he leads these boys. And, as long as I trust in him, we're going to be all right, Royal.
No, for sure. I mean, there were some things that were encouraging, a lot of things that were not. But we're going to get to all of it. And, of course, on this panel, we got two members of the Cain gang. Started with the chairman, brother Ricky J. Mark. Cain, Ricky, how you doing today, bro?
God is good. It's another day I'm alive. I'm blessed. I'm blessed, black, and highly favored. And, there was a Heat game tonight. My bad. Yeah, I'm all right, I guess. I mean,
And, of course, one of my favorite and most hated members of the basement, my boy Cain Kendall. Kendall, how you doing today, bro?
Not good, nigga. I mean, I don't really know, but not good because I don't like to lose. You feel me? But we've never won the finals that we won game one. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, Ricky, it was 2011. Yeah, I know.
That's right now, the math.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I got a lot of issues with a lot of motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah, and I think those gripes are going to be well founded because Miami dropped this game 104-93 to Denver in a game where Max Strus was 0 for 10, Caleb Martin was 1 for 7, Duncan Robinson 1 for 6, Kyle Lowry was okay, but it's just like we missed we had a lot of opportunities in this game and we let a lot of them go to waste, especially considering the performance that Bam Adebayo put on. He was amazing tonight. Jimmy, I got a little smoke for him too. But we finna get to all that. I want to thank Dan, the film gent, with the $5 don't know. Consistency is key, ladies and gentlemen. He said, I'm not that disappointed. I kind of expected it. Cody Butterfingers cosplaying Uncle Fester looking Zeller is a bum. Yeah, Cody Zeller should never play another minute this season. So I'm good with not giving him none. Pause. But the boy Shameless Highsmith.
Resume.
No, shut your ass up. The boy Shameless Highsmith, he was all right tonight. You know what I mean? So I also got a conversation about why Kevin Love wasn't playing, but it's a lot of things that I need to get to. Wall there with the $26 dono. He said, miss some money per Caleb points. Outside of the missed clear path, refs were fine. Jimmy no show. Strus getting 3 to 5 million to start next game. And if he does nothing, he's done. 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't know how done he's going to be, but yeah, with the Tyler Herro thing looming over his shoulder, it could be a very short lease. Kendall, we're going to start with you, bro. Give me your thoughts from the game tonight.
Let's Stone.
Okay. Stone. Hold on. Somebody with the $2 dono. He said, Zeller never again. Try Love instead. And also, I'm hosting this bitch. So, Ricky, you get to go first. Stone not going first just because Kendall said that's who should go first.
Are we going to get to Jimmy later? Because I can't help but look at this box score and I'm amazed at the fact that in an NBA Finals game, y'all Messiah got outscored by Haywood Highsmith. He had 13 points off of 6 for 14 shooting. I'm talking about Jimmy. Highsmith had 18 off of 7 for 10 in 23 minutes. That is concerning to me. But I guess more on that later. Look, Bam did really well tonight. He had the mid-range going. Now, I'm not expecting that to be seen ever again because I am a complete, like, if Bam were God, I'd be an atheist. I'm not buying it. Okay, that's nice. He scored. He performed well tonight, but in game 5 when he's needed to, save the season, I don't expect him to show up. So it is what it is. Caleb Martin and Max Strus were game planned for. It's very clear that when you look at the Denver Nuggets, they are bigger, longer, more athletic, it seems, and they've got more consistent shooting, at least tonight, than what Miami presented. And they couldn't handle the size. They couldn't handle it. Hey, there's no shame in it. It is what it is. I don't like losing either, but this isn't the first time that Nikola Jovic blew out Miami's back. It is what it is.
Objectively, though, Ricky, I think Bam Adebayo played a better game than Nikola. He was more impactful. In terms of, like, the stat line bears out that they played similar games, but the game wasn't similar, bro. Like, Vooch, Jokic's presence was felt, bro. Absolutely, with the assists and all that shit. But, like, a lot of that was, like, Miami mistakes. It wasn't necessarily, like, him doing it. We got Gabe Vincent caught on Aaron Gordon a lot, so there was a couple of easy assists in there that way. But I think Bam did a good job on him defensively. I think Bam had his way with him on the offensive side of the ball. Stone, go ahead and give me your thoughts, particularly on Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, Bam was great tonight. I mean, honestly, like, my biggest issue with Bam is when he doesn't do the little Bam things. I don't really care if he's like a 30-point per game scorer or anything like that. I just want to see him do the little Bam things every night. And he did the little Bam things, and he was aggressive tonight. So, like, I can't take any fault in Bam's game. He was definitely the most impactful player on the Miami Heat tonight. He was aggressive checking Jokic. He was aggressive taking his shot. He was aggressive getting to his shot. And I think if he keeps forcing the issue like that, as long as the other guys show up, we're going to be all right. I think there's a lot more positives to take away from this game just based on how Bam Adebayo played and, knowing other guys can step up than if Bam came out there and was terrible and we lost this game. So I'm not really stressing after this one.
So I think that's interesting. Like Ricky said, he don't believe in what Bam did, but it's just like, bro, that looked easy, bro. Like, Bam made that shit look easy. He was, like, in rhythm, taking the shots, and, like, the opportunities are going to be there because Jokic is terrible on defense, bro. It is what it is. Kendall, give me your thoughts on the game, bro.
Ricky kind of going like this as if, like that's kind of the way of life. I think it was in game 6 against Boston, but I don't really think in terms of Bam, I don't really know exactly where Denver can adjust because, like you say, Jokic ain't fleet of foot enough to, like, take those looks away. It's just whether Bam gonna make them or not. And Bam can't really get to where he want to get to against Jokic because he's not quick enough to, like, beat him to a spot where, like, we seen against the fucking Celtics where Bam will get to that middle and get stuck, and then it's like, all right, let's pass it out. But tonight's game, bro, like, I'm gonna start with Jimmy because he is the best player, bro. Like, in the first half, I felt like Jimmy was ass for half the game. Like, the first half, I'm going to be real, I don't really got too much beef with him, even though he was 3 of 8 and he only had 7 points. Hey, man, niggas was talking, a lot of people was like, oh, he got robbed for Eastern Conference MVP. Caleb Martin, bro, like, nah, fam. 0-6, 0-5, or whatever he was in that first half ain't going to cut it, bro. Like, obviously. Max Strus, 0-10, 0-9, like, not gonna cut it, dog. Duncan Robinson, 1 of 5. Them boys combined, I think, for like 2 of 23 for 6 points between 3 players that are supposed to be like your floor spacers and shooters. And Bam still had a good game offensively, even like creating. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that has a lot to do with Jokic because it's like once Bam gets that ball like off of rolling, the guy, whoever is going to come to the middle and someone can cut baseline and Bam hit a couple people, Haywood Highsmith a few times. But I just thought like nobody was aggressive, like outside of Bam and Gabe Vincent for the most part. I thought Gabe played real well, to be honest. But we shot 2 free throws, dog. Like, and totally on him, but it's just like, damn, like, because if nobody, like, you got to get to the bonus first, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, when Jimmy like tends to bully ball, like, a lot of it is just him going to the rim. You know what I'm saying? It's not really just him shooting the ball and getting fouled. Damn, my internet messing up. But whatever. Yeah. It was a shit game. Niggas was hoes on defense, bro. Like, just is what it is. Like, in that first half, they was playing like some bitches, bro. Like, they wasn't trying to do nothing. Like, Aaron Gordon, it's not even like once he got the ball. Like, once you got the ball, the play is over at that point. Where he was like,
he was 2 feet in the paint every time he touched the ball.
It's the restricted area right outside it, bro. Like, he didn't even have to dribble the shit. Be real, like,
and it was the person was already smaller than him, bro. He just go up, bro. Like, shit was.
Yeah, bro. So it was like, it's like before catch, guys like Caleb, Max, like, you gotta front him because Bam's like, I even said that in the space, like, fronting Jokic is gonna be like essential, and they kind of did it to start the game. Like, that's what they're gonna have to do to Aaron Gordon. They can't just let him throw the ball over the top because even Bam have a hand up, but he's still shorter than Jokic. Caleb Martin, you athletic enough to jump up if they try to throw that bitch over to tip it. Like, Max, you tall enough too, in my opinion, to try to jump up there and do it. Gabe Vincent dead meat, like, but them boys were just hoes, like, and them 3 shooters, bro, like, come on, man.
I think, like, so in terms of the Aaron Gordon matchup, like, they were hunting the Gabe Vincent thing. You saw they repeatedly was attacking Gabe Vincent. He was obviously way too tiny to be able to do anything with them. I do think that there's no schematic adjustment that they can make with that lineup. It has to be a rotation adjustment. Like, they have to put in different players. You can't just change the scheme and expect to improve the rebounding or being able to stop that. Like, you're going to have to put different motherfuckers in the game.
You saying what I think you're saying, brother?
No, I am not. Not that. Tanner Filchin again with the $5 dono. He said, just like the Beatles, I said, all you need is love. Love is all you need. Yeah, if Spo puts him in next game, I think that's one of the adjustments. I think the starting lineup that we used at the beginning of the Boston series might be more effective against them. Kevin Love on Jokic getting his face fried off, and then letting Bam kind of help contain the people on the perimeter like Aaron Gordon and shit so that Jimmy could focus on Jamal Murray. I think that'll give us a better chance. Like, I don't know. Like, Bam did a good job on Jokic tonight, but Alex Campbell with the 199, 26 points on 25 shots. Okay.
I know what Tyler's staying when I see one.
You know it, bro. Like, I know what you're doing, bro. I know what you're doing. There's a difference between somebody taking 25 shots and nobody else taking shots, and 25 shots within the Florida offense while everybody is getting the opportunity, the same number of opportunities. There were opportunities for other people to score. They either missed the shots or did not take them. Jimmy could have shot more than 14 times tonight. He did not. Like, he chose not to. Like, I don't know why he chose not to, but he chose not to. Because the same way that Kendall was talking about that, bringing Jokic up, like, in that drop that they were playing, bro, off those screens, there are wide open shots every fucking play, bro. Every play there's an open shot because of the way Jokic dropped. So, HF, thank you for the $2 dono. I appreciate your help. Hope you're having a good night. He said number 22 didn't even fucking try in the second half. Shameful. I agree with you. Thank you, somebody with the $2 dono. He said, how about start Highsmith instead of Strus? I think you got to start Strus one more time to see if that shooting can come back around, but he has a short leash, like somebody said earlier, and I think Highsmith might be an option so that you can lean more into the defense. Excuse me.
That nigga more than an option at this point.
So you feel like a necessity at this bitch. Thank you, AJ, with the $5 dono. He said, we knew the size would be an issue, but these bums can't keep missing shots. If 55 and 31 go 5 of 16 instead of 1 of 16, we win. Should have been a close game. Yeah, I agree. And appreciate you for pulling up on the goddamn panel. Go ahead and give me your thoughts on the game.
Man, I'm looking at this box score. Goddamn, Haywood Highsmith, our second leading scorer, bro. I guess technically third. That's so sad. We sitting here in the NBA Finals begging for Shameless, bro. I was with you to vow to never say his name, and here we are saying they're screwed when he ain't out there. It's sad times, man. Listen, the part that was most sad about this game for me today is every single thing that Denver did looked 100% sustainable. Like, I really don't see any options that Spoelstra can put out there to stop or limit any of this. Like, Spoelstra is the elite of the elite when it comes to putting out defensive schemes, right?
Yeah.
But I also believe that great offense beats great defense, and this is a world-class offense that Denver has. A lot of people, I mean, I was kind of not even down at halftime. I was just realistic at halftime, saying this series isn't going the way I thought it was going to go. And then everyone's saying, oh, they got the comeback going. I'm like, Denver let up. They stopped trying as much. And then anytime it got to 10 and they needed a bucket, it was easy again. It was a layup right at the rim. It was Jokic right in the middle for an easy push shot, just like Kendall was saying. You know, it was simple. So it's a little concerning. Now, obviously, the shooting can turn around. But, hey, I just checked. The Denver Nuggets shot 29% from three. They shot worse than us, and they still kicked our ass. So, not very hopeful after this game, I will admit.
You did say something that was particularly interesting. You said it was simple. Yes, it was. Like the primary sponsor of the Basement Sports Network, which is Simple Health Advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you email our guy, James Pugh, or give him a call. Email him at jpugh@simplehealthadvisors.com or give him a call at 321-345-7738. Again, that is 321-345-7738. We appreciate James Pugh and the people over at Simple Health Advisors for sponsoring not only this program, but the network. And I'm actually going to dig into your bag a little bit, and then I'm going to address this comment. Hold on. It's game one, brother. Yeah, I know it didn't leave you with much to be confident about, but I saw several things, like several little tweaks that could have went in Miami's favor, bro. Jimmy Butler scoring 23 points over 13 points makes this an entirely different game. And we all know that he's capable of doing that. Like, he was open. He just he wasn't aggressive.
That's a continuation of what we've been seeing, though.
Sure.
Since last series, that's the concerning part.
Sure.
Those were jump shots.
Hold on, Ricky. 26 points on 25 shots, LOL. That's not very efficient, but he was the only one making shots. He needs the three-pointers in his game. No, he does not, bro.
Hey, wait. Let me ask Mr. Prince something. Sir, when I do math, I will take 25, or I'll take 13 divided by 25, whatever. 52%.
There it is.
How is that not efficient? Now, you call it not efficient and say he needs to take the three-pointer in this game? In the NBA Finals, we're talking about a nigga adding a three-pointer to his game. And he took a three that was at the end of the second quarter. So if you want to – so let me do the math on that. Because it was just a heave and a chuck. So if you take that chuck out there, Bam shot 54%.
Also, it would help if the people who get paid to shoot threes made threes. That might have been. Come on now.
There's one more thing.
What's up?
Here's the thing. If you told me he was 52% at the basket, I'd be like, as a center, you should probably be closer to 60. But most of Bam's shots were jumpers. If you're hitting 52% or 54% on your jumpers plus a couple dunks, that's a good shooting night.
Every which way, off the glass, just hitting them like, come on, dog. Like, we pointing the finger at 13 on a night like this. Like,
we're not doing that. So let's talk about
even I'm not doing it.
Yeah, let's talk about some of these other performances. I do want to get to Bam eventually, but I want to talk about some of the guys who kind of cost us this game, and I want y'all to pick which one y'all want out of the group. Gabe Vincent, Max Strus. Hell, some people could circle back around the gym if you felt like that. Caleb Martin. Any one of them. Don't want you guys to pick the same person. Stone, we're going to start with you. Pick one of those motherfuckers and talk about it.
Man, I'm going to talk about Max Strus. I cannot wait for him to be out of my zip code. I want him to be somewhere else far, 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 far away from me. Man, I don't know how to, we're in such a tough spot at this point in the season because it's we know who 14 is. and we know who 14 isn't. We know that more than we know who he is.
Yes.
And so, like, the more that these guys are, like, just pedestrian bums out there, the more minutes we're inviting for just a 14 that hasn't played in a month to go out there and just unload the clip. So it's very, very, very dangerous territory that we're treading towards. But at the same time, I don't want to, like, overreact, and I certainly don't want to come off as like a hot take Harry here. We lost by 11 points to the Denver Nuggets, and we did that with Bam Adebayo being our leading scorer, Shameless Highsmith being our second leading scorer. And if some guys can just make a couple more shots, I'm going to feel a lot better about this series. And I'm going to try my very darn best to not overreact till after game 2. But we'll see how this show goes here tonight. And, it was still disappointing to see the guys go out there and show us their ass like they have all season. I don't know what to say beyond that.
Yeah, hold on. What does man say? The NFL you invite out. He said, "Are we sure Strus isn't David Copperfield long lost son? Because he definitely got his talents vanishing and disappearing." Listen, brother, like Max Strus was not great tonight, but it's like I don't want to get into the 14 conversation, bro. I give him another game. Like if he stinks it up game 2, but it's just
Like,
I can't get there
to be forced back into the starting lineup. Like
right, like not at a moment like this, especially when Max is the person who started the entire time since we got here. You give him the opportunity to kind of make shots, and I don't pin the majority of this loss on him. I can't really put it on anybody, really. Like it was a bunch of people who were sorry. And pick one of those role players. Talk about them.
Yeah. First, I want to address this comment right here. Let me pull it up real quick. I think I started. Yeah, this person, William D. Jacksonville. There's a lot of people saying stuff like this. Like, first of all, we doing a post-game show to analyze the game we just saw. You want us to sit here and talk about how happy you are that we got here? That's just the dumbest thing I ever heard. And also, nobody here is satisfied with making the finals. We did that shit 2 years ago. So the fact that you think we're going to sit up here and celebrate that we made the finals, that's just stupid. There's a lot of people saying this. I don't get that conversation.
Sound like a Boston Celtics fan.
Probably.
I'll take a shit on a Virginia ham. I don't give a fuck.
Look, hey, what's his name? William or whatever?
Yeah.
Is that guy's name? You don't get rings for getting to the finals.
The point is Pat Riley back?
You get rings for winning the whole thing. Okay, see these little jingly? Yeah, you get those for winning the finals. Congratulations, you made the finals. That's not what this team celebrates anymore. We want championships.
That's also not what the show is about. The show is about like what Ed said. It's about
vibes. Yes.
Yeah, like
that's why, like, even going back to the regular season when they have a bad loss and we talk about it, they're like, "Oh, it's only game 20. Look what let's look forward." Like, we're doing a reaction show. You don't want us to react. You want us to come on here 82 games a year and say, "Oh, it's okay. They still got another one." That's some dumbass shit, bro.
Guys, pack it up. We made it to the finals. We beat the Celtics again.
Stupid. And I know
we're done for the year.
Yeah, I know Ricky was strapped like that either. But real quick, I want to talk about Haywood Highsmith, because I think I said this after the stream, one of these last games I did. I've never seen a player more where the announcer says that's great defense, that's better offense. I feel like that man is in Jamal Murray's face or something every single time, and they still get buckets. I'm still not a fan of Haywood Highsmith. I know all of Heat Twitter is riding on this man and all this stuff. I saw him trying to dribble the ball up the court, and he was looking like Jaylen Brown going left because he couldn't hold on to the damn thing. You out there in the damn NBA, you should be able to walk the ball dribbling up the court without losing it, okay? And, yeah, he's there on defense. He's in the vicinity, but he's not getting many stops. He's not. Now, yeah, he had 18 points in garbage time, so that is what it is. I will say, though, when he pickpocketed Jason Tatum in that game 7, I felt like I was living in a simulation. That shit was nice. I'm not going to lie to you. I will give Shameless that. But outside of that, he doesn't necessarily impress me. But everybody else is way worse than him, so he should be getting minutes going into next game.
And say, I'm using him with something.
But, like, no, for real, though. Like, I think Haywood Highsmith was probably Is it tough to say he was our second best player or third best behind Gabe? But I think Haywood Highsmith, like he's one. If he's one of our top 5 performers, then we're gonna do something wrong every game this series. So, but yeah, I do agree that I think he kind of fits this series more so than either Max or Duncan, because of what he's capable of doing defensively, because he's just able to get in the way. They might still make the shot, but they have a harder time getting there. And that's kind of like, to his credit, Caleb Martin is somebody who, like, I'm sorry, let me let y'all finish before I talk. Like, because Caleb Martin is somebody who you rely on for defense, and he was getting his fucking face fried off by Murray today. Ricky, go ahead and pick one of these players and talk about
him. Who can I talk about? I mean, are you going to talk about Caleb Martin?
You can talk about Caleb. You can talk about Caleb if you want to. Yeah.
Nah, you know what? I'll do the easy one. I don't want to break anybody's hearts, but if y'all are expecting Jimmy to drop 50 in this series,
not Jimmy. We're gonna let everybody do Jimmy.
Oh, okay.
Pick one of the role players.
Okay, Caleb Martin. Fine. Yeah, Caleb Martin. Listen, we saw Caleb Martin take advantage of the opportunities that were presented to him in pretty much the first 3 rounds. They didn't quite game plan for him. A lot of them were taken by surprise in terms of his athleticism, his ability to finish, and he was having arguably a historic shooting streak that had a lot of people saying, like, nah, he's not going to make this one. Oh, he made it. Okay, he's not going to make. Oh, he made that one. Oh, he's not going to make. Oh, he made that one too. Okay. Wait, we're losing? Damn it. It's too late. Here's the thing with Caleb. In the first half, I noticed, like, the athleticism wasn't exactly the boost or the advantage that he was able to benefit from, because on many occasions I saw him attacking the basket, gliding past, and then suddenly Michael Porter Jr. turned into Tayshaun Prince. Like, he's running into athletes that can kind of jump with him too, and if they can't jump with him, they're long enough to make up the distance or the difference, and yeah, they're kind of swarming him. They're not allowing him the freedom or the running start that he likes to get before he gets to the basket and out athleticism the opponent or whatever. And it's going to be hard for him. Now, I'm happy to have seen that he did hit a 3 in the second half. I thought that might have been the beginning of maybe the recapturing of his rhythm. But, I mean, it's going to be a tough series for him. He's never had to deal with that many big, long players. I mean, the closest thing was maybe Milwaukee, but that's really just Giannis and Brook Lopez, and they're not the ones guarding him. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but I mean, I expect him to adjust. I don't expect him, however, to be, lights out like he was. I think he can get to some sort of happy medium where he can still contribute much more than he did tonight, because if he gets another 1 for 7 in this series, I mean, y'all already know who I'm picking, but still, like, it makes it a lot harder for Miami to win in that scenario.
Yeah, I think Miami, the way that the team has played, is coming to rely on Caleb scoring. So when he doesn't score, it's much more impactful nowadays, especially in the absence of like 14. Like, that's why some people are still talking about 14 coming back and being able to save today. It's because Caleb wasn't scoring. If Caleb was scoring, then it balances out because of some of the things that he's able to do defensively. I want to thank Heather with the $9.99 Dolo coming in here to defend Caleb. She said Max and Caleb didn't shoot great. True. Caleb hit one shot and went to the bench, as he should have, because he was terrible and he was getting killed by Jamal Murray. She said, I think it's okay to have a bad game, but they both have to do better. Yeah, like in the NBA finals, like, you need to be playing the best version of yourself. Like, bad games are cool throughout the other courses, but like when you have an opportunity to win against a team like Denver, you need to take advantage of that. And if you're playing bad, then you're going to be the reason why this team loses. Caleb isn't the only one who was getting his face fried. That's true. Like, a lot of people were getting their face fried. Gabe was getting his face fried off too. But like I said, like, Caleb is one of the people that we're going to look to try and slow down Jamal Murray. He did not do that tonight. He was dying on screens like everybody else. Like, a lot of people died on screens today. But since Caleb is the topic of conversation, let's talk about Caleb. Like, he was dying on screens. He was not defending well, and he wasn't making shots. So he was just as bad as Max out there. Like, it was pointless to have him out there. So that's why he got pulled so quickly. I know that's your guy and all, but it is what it is. Kendall, pick one of these role players and talk about him, brother. I think you got Duncan left, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking like as to which one, but I got this name for a reason. So all three of them. And I'm starting with Max Strus, bro. Like, 9, brother. Like, bro, it was like 3-4 of them, like that was wide ass open.
Especially one toward like the end of the half, like he was just ass naked, bro. Like,
yeah, where Bam like pushed it and like they closed in and he got it right to him. He set his feet again and he missed that bitch short. I want to thank Alex Campbell for the $4.99 donut just so we keep the show moving. We are not playing the dumb team like the Boston Celtics. That is correct. But Max Strus, bro, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, just make threes, fam. Like, 45 to 43 on the boards. Like, we got 11 offensive rebounds, 26 to 29. When it comes to shooting, I mean, when it comes to assists, but it's like Max Strus, brother, like 0 for 9 when you should have at least like 15 points, like making wide open threes, bro. Like, and then Duncan Robinson, I'm starting like from the worst of the worst to like Duncan was the best of the trio, like to keep that shit real. And Duncan was 1 of 5, like he only made 1 3. And Caleb Martin, bro, Max was worse than you, but I'm sorry, I like on the box score, but he was the worst of the worst tonight. Cause, bro, like when you step up, you make that name, dog. Like it was a part of Heat Twitter saying, you should have won Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
I was a part of that.
It was a lot of people saying that, dog. But you came out there and laid a goose egg damn near for like most of the game. And my problem was like I don't really believe in his like shot that much, even though he's been shooting well. But like Ricky said, man, thanks Lex for the $0 donut. She said Ricky looked like Auntie Pat. Ariel.
Auntie must be fine as hell. I can't.
Hey, stand up there, talk your talk, brother. I see.
I'm beautiful.
But yeah, I was like, damn. Like I knew it was kind of ugly. Like for him once he got blocked from behind by what's buddy name?
Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, like, and it was just like, bro, go pack that, go stuff that shit, go dunk it, bro. Like, there's no point in like Jokic's probably not gonna try to block your dunk. So it's like, don't worry about him. Like, go through his chest if anything. And that's another thing when it comes to the 2 free throws. And most importantly for Caleb was the defense. Bro, like, yes, people was dying on screens and he was getting their face right. But bro, like it got to a point where Jamal Murray in the mid-range game, bro, there was like nobody there. Well, it was somebody there. It's just the person who wasn't supposed to be there. It was Bam was there. So he wasn't going all the way to the basket. And then, but like, come on, dog. Like, he was trying to fight over them screens, bro, but he was dead ass like getting erased. It turned into 5-on-4s and like that type of shit. It was a little too soft on the defensive end. So they got to be better than that, bro.
But I got like shit like that. Like I got to give Jokic his credit, bro. Like the man is one of the best screeners in the league, bro. Like legit, that's a lot of person. But I agree though. I think they need to give more effort on the defensive end. Like
my thing is, bro, where I'm gonna stop you right there, my brother. Like we got a center who scream like a motherfucker too, and that's people true. Say that shit don't matter. I am not giving no Nikola Jokic no. Niggas gotta get through them screens, big dog. Like
I agree, 1,000%. You gotta get through them. You gotta get through them, like, because otherwise this shit gonna be over with. Like you cannot allow this man to have free range in the mid range. Like it's just not something that can happen. I do want to talk about Jimmy Butler because to me he was probably a bigger issue than all of those role players. 13 points. That ain't gonna do it, bro. Like that ain't gonna do it, Jimbo. I can't let you off the hook with that, bro. You were passive as shit all game. Like, I don't care about nothing what he did tonight. I don't feel like it was impactful at all. I just felt like he was going through the motions out there. Kendall, we're going to start with you this time on Jimbo. Did you feel the same way? Did you feel like he had some impact, or do you feel like he was just coasting? Because that's what I felt like.
Second half, 0 impact. No impact at all. I would give Jimmy Butler a C- for this game. Well, a D+. Because the second half, it was already ugly for us, and he didn't do anything. That first half, bro, like Jimmy created looks, bro. Like, I'm just like, bro, like, that's how we gotta win. Like, to be honest, like, it's a sum of the parts at this point. Like, everybody gotta like hit their shots, and if them shots is wide ass open, like they was for Max, bro, like they was for Caleb at times, like you gotta make them. Now, where Jimmy, I'm not like where I got beef with him is that second half, because he pretty much was 3 of 6, like. Yeah, I agree.
He was just agreeing with your point. That's why.
I agree with him. 3 of 6, only 6 shots in the second half. It's like, yeah, I get you making the right play to Bam and stuff like that, but how about you kind of get downhill a little bit? You know what I'm saying? To try to get to the free throw line and get yourself a rhythm, and maybe that'll slow the game down. And it would slow the game down, and then maybe it'll knock Denver's flow off a little bit, but. And it's something that I spoke on like before with Jimmy, like even defensively, like I think he had a couple plays like early in the first half, but like it's kind of getting to the point where it's like defensively, I don't even feel like his presence out there. Like, and it's like, what's going on with that? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if Aaron Gordon is cooking, and I thought Aaron Gordon would be the guy that he would primarily guard because he could float. And it started like that because Gordon like airballed the fuck out of a 3. Like he missed over the top of the basket. And then after that, I didn't even know where Jimmy was. Like I felt like he was kind of on KCP and shit. And like he wasn't even on Jamal Murray. So it was just like, come on, bro. Like you got to make an impact some way, somehow. And I just did not feel it like from him at all in the second half. First half, I kind of get it. You get into the rhythm. You get your guys' looks. And it was there, bro. Like, he was doing his thing. Like, not scoring the ball, but creating. And they was just bricking. But that second half, I thought he was going to turn up a little bit. And it was Bam doing it, and he never came along for the ride, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree that Jimmy was setting people up a lot in the first half. I think defensively – you're right. Like he started off on Aaron Gordon, got off him, but then he went back to Aaron Gordon, and I think he did a better job of like turning Aaron Water off like later in the game. But by then he had made all the impact that he was going to
make. And my issue is it's like 24 assists between their 2 best players. It's like, I get the ball not going to Aaron Gordon, but bro, that's where you gotta switch up like every possession. Wherever you think that ball going, like you gotta like be on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think, but in order for him to do that, they got to find a way to mitigate, like Aaron Gordon getting switched on to Gabe Vincent, and I think the only way to do that, like I said, is to replace somebody in that lineup. Jimmy, conversation. We're gonna come to you, Ant.
Yeah, there was points in the second half that literally this actually happened to me. Jimmy, at some point, whenever he went out to rest, he came back in, and I remember watching the game saying, man, when is Jimmy going to come back in the game? And then I actually started looking at the court, and he's been out there the whole time. He was quite literally, I'm serious, he was quite literally invisible. And I remember last time me and Ricky were on stream, me and him got into it a little bit because he said the concerning part is that Bam and Jimmy have had bad game after bad game. And I basically was saying, I trust that those guys are going to step up. Jimmy obviously wasn't great in game 6. He had 15 points in the fourth quarter, so he stepped up a little bit, but most of it was at the free throw line. And then game 7, the final stat line was good, but it really didn't feel like a Jimmy game 7 performance. Coming into the finals, he hit his first 2 shots today. I thought it was feeling good. And then he completely disappeared after that. I mean, the 7 rebounds, 7 assists is nice, and he certainly should have had a lot more than 7 assists because guys were just missing open shots off his feed. But still, the 14 shot attempts is ridiculous. I mean, going into this game, we knew that, we knew in this playoffs, Jimmy's one of the best players in the world, as is Nikola Jovic. But when you lose your battle 27 points to 13 is embarrassing. Not to mention Jokic had 27 points on 12 shots. Jimmy had 13 points on 14 shots. When you lose the star battle by that big a disparity, you got no chance. And if Jimmy was ever going to step up, it would have been today. It would have been in game 1 with 2 days rest. So why would I have a great amount of hope that he'll step up in game 2? I really don't at this point.
Well, I think you mentioned something very interesting, and that's the free throw disparity, which we all know, like, that's where Jimmy Butler tends to live a lot of times, is at the free throw line. He didn't get to the free throw line at all in this game. And
Jokic did.
Yeah, but like and I know a lot of people would like tend to look at that as like a refereeing thing. I don't think this game was terribly officiated. I think it was fairly official. Like I was cool with officiating the whole game. I'm not one to blame officiating anyway, but the lack of free throws didn't come from the officiating. It came from lack of aggressiveness. And Jimmy is the person that usually sets the tone in that regard. And he didn't do that at all today. And so like the lack of free throws is a good indicator of the type of game that Jimmy played. So that to me like was fucking me up. Stone, want to hear what you got to say on the Jimmy conversation?
Yeah, I'm right with you, Royal. I mean, I'm the first person to blame the referees, and I couldn't do that tonight. I'm like, it was such a big disparity in free throws taken, but like it was truly one of those games where if you were watching, like you weren't mad at the referees, like you were more mad at your team for not being more aggressive and forcing the issue. And so I feel like that's where a lot of the fault lies. Aaron Gordon, to me, was kind of the biggest story of this game. 7 for 10 with 16 points. That can't happen. If he does that for 4 games, it's going to be a 4-game series. So for me, he's got to be held to at least 50%. And I think that starts with Jimmy locking in more on the defensive side. And I think if Jimmy does that, good things will happen on the offensive side involving Jimmy as well. So this game really felt like the Miami Heat, like, let's be the Boston Celtics as much as we can challenge. And they crushed it. They took more threes than the Nuggets. They were bad threes that they took. Some of them weren't so bad. It was just like Max Strus missing wide open threes, or, Caleb Martin or Gabe Vincent or whatever. But tonight's game, like, I think it's fair to blame Jimmy for tonight. He's your guy. He's got to be forcing the issue in this type of game, and he wasn't tonight. He's got to be way better game 2, or else this is going to be a really, really short series.
Yeah, Demetrius Carter, he said, do y'all think that the length bothering Jimmy? Not to the same extent that the Celtics length bothered him. And it's because these guys aren't better defenders. What you about to say, Kendall?
That Jimmy just said, maybe I got to be a little more aggressive. I got to put more pressure on the rim. Me without any free throws is completely on me, which is, it's obvious. But at the same time, bro, like, I can't get past 0 for 9, like, personally. But Jimmy got to be better, bro.
But somebody got to hit shots. Like, we can't win games if our shooters aren't hitting shots. So I understand, like, but it's just kind of like you got to put the onus on Jimmy Butler. Like I said, Demetrius also said we have to cut the Joker assist totals 14 to too many. That's kind of the point that everybody's talking about with Aaron Gordon and Jimmy Butler guarding him. Like, a lot of those assists came to Aaron Gordon early because he kept getting the switch with Gabe Vincent.
Yeah, 6 in the first.
It was the easiest assist that the man can make. Just throw the damn ball down there. Gabe Vincent can't do anything about it. So I think, to the point, if Jimmy Butler's on Aaron Gordon, then that takes away some of the assists, limits what he's able to do, and then they have to look for other options and maybe work from there. Ricky, I do want you to get in on this Jimmy Butler conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. So to kind of go back to the question about Jimmy being concerned about Denver's defenders, you see, they're not only big and long, but they're relatively, I mean, aside from Jokic, of course, they're pretty athletic. MPJ can move around rather easily, and Aaron Gordon, you're talking about a former dunk contest winner, and I believe he was a lottery talent. Like, this isn't like a punk, this isn't some.
He never won a dunk contest.
Oh, he never won it. Really? You sure about that?
Bitch ass nigga got a 9.
Oh, well, all right. There you go. But no, I mean, this is a guy who could compete in the dunk contest. I mean, he's a pretty athletic player that didn't really, he hasn't really taken a step back. So I'll give him a little bit of credit, because at 6'10", you would think he'd be a little bit slower, but he's somebody that can stay with Jimmy for the most part. Not only that, he's not dealing with the guys from the Celtics. You got Robert Williams on one leg and Al Horford, who's like 37. You know, and I get it. You know what I mean? But here's the thing with Jimmy. Like the thing that concerns me and annoys me when I hear a player say, I got to be more aggressive. Fam, it's June. It's the NBA Finals. You've been here before. You knew this going into the game. And I'm not going to pile on too much and all that other stuff because whatever. But come on, man. Like, come on. Come on. You know what this team needs from you. I know that in the last few weeks, Jimmy has tried to employ the whole, let me get my guys involved, and then I'll take over in the third and fourth quarter. Problem is, he doesn't have the legs to do that anymore. Ever since that injury in game 1 against the Knicks, he hasn't been Jimmy Butler. I know he's had some flashes here and there, but he hasn't been that guy. I'd love to talk to you about that. I would. But the thing is, it's just he hasn't been that threat where, oh my God, is he about to hit for 40? Is he about to blow? Is he about to go off and explode? He hasn't been that guy since. And the thing is, at this point, this late juncture in the season, his legs are shot. His legs are not going to give him what he wants them to do. Jimmy has it all up here, but factor in his age, whatever you want to factor in. At this point, it's not going to be there. Now, I know Ant and I went back and forth a couple of nights ago about, stamina, energy, things like that. The difference between, for example, Jimmy and Bam still got juice in them legs. He's 25. Like, it wouldn't shock me if he had another performance. Well, actually, it kind of would, but that's more mental than anything. If he had another performance like what he did tonight after the 2-day break. But Jimmy, I mean, he's done all he could. I mean, he didn't ask to hurt his ankle. He didn't ask for these injuries, and he didn't ask to carry this team when they really needed him. This doesn't shock me.
Jimmy Butler's on that court. He is healthy.
Absolutely. No, I'm not making excuses for him. I'm not making excuses.
I understand what you're saying, but like,
there's no gas in the tank.
Yeah, my thing about Jimmy Butler is, bro, like, look, we are here, bro. Nobody ain't got no more gas in the tank, bro. Like, everybody's dealing with the same thing, bro. If you like, this is the requirement of greatness. If you want to be great, you want to finish off the most improbable run of all time and all that shit, bro, it's gonna require more than the shit that you gave us tonight.
Niggas was putting them in a certain conversation with a couple players that was here.
Like, that's what I'm
saying. One of them niggas never ran out of gas, brother. Like,
absolutely. And here's the thing: I know a lot of y'all are expecting 06 Wade to come out of that man's body at some point. It's not coming.
Maybe not 06 Wade, but damn, we can't get 2011 Wade. Like,
can I get 2023 Eastern Conference Finals Jimmy game?
Jimbo? Hey, bro, Can I get 2 of them? Can I get 2 of them in the finals?
You used up that card last week.
Man, listen, I think in the finals, like, it's just gonna have to be some type of way where bro gonna have to summon up more than what he's given us over these past couple of games. But the situation requires more, bro.
Maybe
that's what I'm saying. Like, we at the finish line. Like, we're 4 games away from winning the championship, brother. I'm not accepting anything less than everything that you got, bro. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. I do want to kind of get around to a good note. The boy Idris, bro. Goddamn, bro. If this could be bottled up and placed in him every game, there'd be no question who is the, I wouldn't even say second best center in the league. But Kendall, we're coming back to you. Start this conversation on Bam Adebayo, bro. How is he able to be so effective tonight?
Because Jokic can't guard him. And I know a lot of people say, oh, Bam, you so skillful, you so talented, such and such can't guard you. Y'all, Ro know at least. Like, my view on Bam is like completely different from everybody.
Solidified. It's already done.
He is solidified for me as a player. Like, giving me more is a bonus. Like, I think offensively he could be the 3rd best player on a championship team. Now, he has gotten to a finals 2 times as the 2nd best player on a championship appearing team. Can they win it? Remains to be seen. Bless you. But yeah, like, that man balled, but it's just funny, dog. Like, so Bam can go for 26, however many points he scored, but like, he can play up to par. Like, he damn near went like
toe to toe.
He almost went toe to toe with Jokic for the most part. Like, he played Jokic defensively better than Anthony Davis. Like, better than probably Draymond Green would in this. Because I saw game one against in the Western Conference Finals. AD was getting his fucking face fried off. But he was getting bitched on the boards. Ricky, you can make the face, but I feel like Bam did a better job.
I'm giving it some thought. I'm not necessarily disagreeing
So
with you.
far,
I'm just running through the clips.
one game of AD, one game of Bam. Bam did a better job. But it's like, so he did all that, but we scored 93 points.
Hey, Lenny, bro, I'm producing right now. Justin not here. We gave him the night off. That's why your comments not going up. I am having a conversation. I don't give a fuck about what you're saying.
Fame? You won't be famous?
There you go, Lenny. We put your comment up, but bro, I do not.
Name is in lights.
Y'all gotta excuse me, bro. I don't be thinking to put up no comments all the time. Like, I am listening to the conversation that's being had. Go ahead, Kendall. I'm sorry.
Also, I pointed it out like that there was this thing with Bam and the rest of the team where when Bam played well on offense and he getting buckets, ain't nobody making threes. And it finally, against the Knicks and against the Celtics early on, it all meshed. It did, Ricky. It all meshed. Well, not really against the Knicks, but in spots. But definitely in the first two games against the Celtics, it like meshed. And it was like, okay. But shout out to the man. The man played well. Like, he didn't – like, Jokic cannot guard him. I think Jokic is one of the ones shout out to Justin. Jokic is – I don't think – and I don't really know what kind of adjustments. I'm pretty sure they can do something, like, because I don't know basketball like Michael Malone. But, like, Bam's aggression has not been an issue at all. He was just a brick. Like, games 4 through 7, he was just a brick house, and that just is what it is. And I just want to say defensively, he really impressed me. And it was with not just guarding Jokic, bro. Like, I thought that there was literally no way. And this is a lot to do with Spo as well. Yes, you're right, JM. Bam can't guard him one-on-one for sure. And I don't think Jokic is a better matchup because Bam isn't as good as an offensive player. But Bam in that zone, it actually worked.
Bro, the zone itself worked for a little while, bro.
Do it again.
Okay, well, but my thing is this: like,
you can't sit in it.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't do what again?
Oh, he started doing the same type of performance, like whatever he did tonight.
I'm gonna be real. I think if Bam is closer to 18, 10, 12 rebounds and 8, 9 assists, that bodes better for Miami than Bam scoring 20 something. 13.
That mean
are the shooters active?
That's what it means.
If Bam getting assists, then I don't know where else the ball will be going. Because
that's 4 additional assists that Bam would have got tonight. Yeah.
You feel me? Like, well, Bam don't really throw the ball out of bounds. Don't make me sit up here and defend Bam like a fucking.
I'm loving this.
Well, because I can pivot because your guy is Julius Randle.
No, it isn't. I hate that guy. He's terrible. He's terrible. I want him traded.
Hey, bro.
What do you mean?
Hey, bro. What we mean is, in our narrative, you're a Julius Randle fan. There's no way that you're going to beat them allegations. On
you did me. But shout out to Bam. Bam done it, bro. Like, Bam held it down. Bam came out and, like, and another thing is, when it comes to Bam's, that's funny as fuck, Ricky. When it comes to Bam's, like, offense, guys was penetrating and like dropping him the ball. Like Max Strus dropping him the ball off on the baseline for a jumper. So it's like other guys keep attacking, like keep trying to get to the rim. Look, Jokic is slow-footed. Like they can't be scared to attack him. But Bam, the shots was there and he did his thing. So I mean, yeah, you want to do it again, but hopefully if guys can shoot the ball, like I think it's just gonna be even easier for him.
Yeah, like I think the opportunities are going to be there for Bam all game long because of most of the shit that you just outlined. Like Jokic being slow-footed, like he just wasn't there. he couldn't guard that boy. Ant, I want you to talk about Bam a little bit, bro. Go ahead.
If y'all think I'm gonna get on here and praise Bam, when we all know damn well next game he's gonna get 10 points on 11 shots, you crazy. Now Bam was good tonight. That's the main thing I wanted to see this series, right? Because obviously Jokic is a superstar, but he has his flaws. We all know how slow he is, and we assumed Bam could attack that, and he did tonight, right? I thought he could have did more. There was that one drive. I think it could have cut it to 8. First time it got to double digits for Denver. And he drove in. The only guy in the paint was Jamal Murray. And instead of dunking the ball on his head, Bam decided to do some double clutch layup that fell short. Then it was a couple plays later. He drove to the rim, could have went up and dunked the ball, maybe drew a foul because Lord knows nobody else was doing it. And instead he decided to do some weird double clutch windmill reverse layup that slammed off the backboard. That's the stuff that's frustrating to me. He's the most athletic player on the court every time he steps onto it. You know, when you take into account his size, when you take into account his vertical and the fact that he's 6'9", he should be able to dunk on it. I don't know what you guys are shaking your head at. Who's stuck?
Because
Aaron Gordon is an inch taller than him.
Anthony Edwards exists.
Yeah, the most athletic
on the court. On the court.
But you just said the strongest. Like, he's not stronger than Jokic.
No. I said the most athletic.
He said the most athletic guy on the court in this series.
Oh, I'm taking Gordon.
I think there's a case for Gordon, but I'm not sure if I would take him over.
The point is not so much the athleticism, but the point is if he goes in the paint with the attempting to dunk the ball with some force, it should either be a foul or a bucket. You know, that's more so the point I was trying to say. When you're going up trying to do these double clutch layups, that's BS to me, bro. You should go up and try to dunk it on their head every single time you're in there. You have to be aggressive. You have to get these guys in foul trouble. You have to get to the free throw line, and you have to try to dunk it because you're not making these weird layups. You're not making these wild circus shot layups anyways. That's the most frustrating part to me. I do love the aggressives now. I love the shot attempts. Obviously, I agree with the discussion that I don't care if he took 25 shots. He shot over 50%. It was aggressive. But I'm not going to give him praise because I have zero faith that he'll do it again next game. There's no way. I have zero faith in him. He won't. Listen, I didn't forget games 3 through 7. Bam. I didn't forget those games. He was good for 2 games.
You also picked the Heat to win Game 7 after they had lost 3 straight. So I find it hard to believe that you can't find. I know, but I find it hard to believe that you can't find anything to like latch onto with Bam, especially because
the Celtics scored 84 points and I had nothing, and they didn't win because of Bam.
No, Bam's the best defender in the league, right? He's the best defender in the league. But offensively, he's the most. Don't look at me like that, Ricky. There's nobody better than Bam. That should not even be a debate at this point. Should not even be a debate. Any of these other guys that people put ahead of Bam cannot lock up the perimeter like they can. We've seen Bam put Curry in prison, Trae Young, Damian Lillard, Kyrie, you name it. All right, he's the best defender in the league. That should not be a debate. But offensively, he is the most frustrating player that I watched in my entire life, particularly because we know how talented he is. I'm not sitting over saying he's ass. I'm saying he could score anytime he wants. If I was 6'9" with that athleticism, I'm not going in the paint looking to do one of these. I'm going in the paint to look put on your head.
I hear you. Yeah, but he can't score whenever he wants, bro.
He doesn't have Amari's bounce like that. He's not.
He said he's the most frustrating player you had to watch on this team offensively. I've had to watch Mo Harkless play for this team. That was pretty. Pretty fucking frustrating.
We talking about Julius Randle. We talking about Harkless. What are we doing, bro?
Oh, can we please get to Stone? Because Stone. Stone.
Yeah, Stone.
You're gonna have to see me on this one. So you better step correct.
You still trading Bell for Joel Embiid.
We are down 0-1 in the NBA Finals.
Someplace that Joel Embiid has never been.
Listen, like, I really ain't got much to say tonight. Bam was on one. Everyone else sucked. Like, listen, I think, like, there's a lot of issues to take away from the night. I'm with Dale on this one. I can't get past 0 for 9 from 3. That is fucking insane. That's like a symptom of this team. We need him back more than anything. Him and Dion Waiters would have this team 1-0. I promise. Listen, Max Strus, what are you doing? 0 for 9. We got to get serious with ourselves here. I mean, I watched you and Gabe Vincent put up 2 for 20 performances all season long, and I said y'all were some hoes for it. So I don't see why I'm going to change that narrative tonight. Y'all some hoes for tonight. I don't care what Gabe Vincent did. He's always a hoe. He's a hoe even on nights he's 7 for 10. I don't give a shit. listen, Jimmy needs to get serious with us. Jimmy needs to get serious with us. That's the whole bottom line. We need
Gabe
to see.
Vincent was literally our best 3-point shooter tonight, Stone.
And he was terrible. We need Jimmy to come back and save our ass. That's basically what this is at this point. I don't want to say I'm on my knees yet, but I'm close. Jimmy, please, we need you. You can't do this. You cannot go out there and go 6 for 14. This is going to be the shortest series ever in NBA Finals history. If you're we need Jimmy Butler to go out there. We need him to be his Jimmy self. We need him to get to the Jimmy line and take his Jimmy free throws and get his Jimmy whistle. Or else this is going to be a very, 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 very short series. Listen, I get the injury concerns, whatever, but we're here. This dude talks about wanting to be great all the time. Well, you're here. We just need 4 games of it. And it starts with the next one. And, even still, I'm not going to be too pressed till we get down 3-0 because this team continues to rub it in my face. I don't know what else to think at this point. This team just continues.
That's some devious shit, bro. But I'm with you, bro. I kind of fought with it, bro. I really don't. Can I really be upset that they're down 1-0 in a series?
The Blacks approve of you, Stone.
I ain't been in this position all playoffs. All playoffs, I have not been down in a series, and now I'm down 1-0. It's I really ain't that pressed about it. But I ain't gonna hold you. If they lose next game, I'm gonna be irate. I'm gonna be mad, and I'm also gonna be in the building in Game 3. Security, please.
Oh my God, y'all spent money for that?
You're going to be there for Herro's return. He's going to be there for Herro's return.
And I will be there for Herro's re-injury if he calls us to lose that game because I'm going to touch that boy. I ain't going to hold you. And security better be A1 that evening.
Hold on, Ricky, let me ask you, why are you saying y'all spend money on that? What's wrong with that?
I mean, usually, you see, I'm very cautious when it comes to these sorts of matchups. I know the experience is amazing, but man, the idea of potentially getting dog walked on national television in the NBA Finals for almost $1,000, that is.
But I mean, if it ain't tricking if you got it, and real niggas never ball on the budget. So
what?
Oh, that last bar. The best of us ball on the budget sometimes, but not this time. That bread flowing this time. I'll let that.
I'm about to fly across the Atlantic in a month.
I'll let that credit card sing, boy. I ain't gonna hold y'all, boy. I was finna get there. I'm staying right down the street from the arena, so I ain't got to drive or look for parking or nothing, bro. I am. But come on now, he's good all the time. But
there are a lot of turnpike overpasses down the street from the arena. So do not think that this man is staying in a hotel. He will be sleeping under the 826. He will be sleeping under I-95 north the 874.
Y'all go to the hotels looking for me if you want to. We'll not be there.
He will be in the biggest Home Depot box that he can find.
Man, that Photoshop is going to be legendary.
But yeah, we went an hour and 3. I'm sorry, Ricky. I know we're supposed to get to you about Bam Adebayo, but we'll start this conversation with you. What adjustment can Miami make for next game?
Make your threes.
That's a good adjustment. Jubilee?
I mean,
yes.
No, because here's the thing. I know I saw some people in the comments saying, man, if we hit 3 or 4 more threes, we win this game. Y'all are playing it as if you hit those threes, 93 magically becomes 106. That's not how the game works. If you hit more, it makes them react and it causes them to. However, it also gives you a stronger, higher chance to be more competitive and to win. But look,
Ricky, this is
you got to win.
Kind of what,
you got to hit those threes. Go ahead. Yeah, what's up?
This is the point, because this is what, I said this to y'all earlier before we got on the show, and you can comment on this. In a game where it's Denver scores 104 points, that is the sweet spot for Miami. That is where Miami wants them to be. Miami should be winning games where they limit Denver to 104. If the game got to 120, 130 something, then you have cause for pause. But it's just if you're holding them under 110, that should be a game that should be competitive. And to the people's credit, like if we hit threes, this game is absolutely more competitive.
Absolutely. And I don't disagree. And that's why my main adjustment was that. Now, not only that, however, because I know people are calling for love. I know people, the members of the fandom love this thing where if there's a player missing and we're losing, he must be the answer, right? I'm not convinced that throwing Kevin Love out there against a bunch of athletic, mobile wings, forwards, whatever you want to call them, is necessarily the answer. Okay, throw him out there, but just thinking he's past his defensive prime. Him being a marksman from deep isn't a guarantee at this stage in his career. One night he's solid, another night, yikes. The size is helpful, but then you factor in the athleticism. Look, the main thing has to be the threes. The threes have kept Miami in games that they had no business winning throughout this playoff run. It's like, it was fascinating to me. Look, am I expecting Strus to go 0 for 9 again? Probably not. But if he's, for example, 4 for 11 or something, if he gets me 4 threes and Caleb gets me 3, and that creates opportunities for other people. And for example, Duncan was 1 for 5. If these guys hit their shots, we've seen what happens to guys like Bam and Jimmy, because when they've got their stuff going, the offense is flowing more. Guys aren't awkwardly running into each other at random spots. And when you're doing well on offense, I know this from experience. If my shot, back when I used to play, when my shot was going, I seemed a lot more clued in. Yeah, I used to play Kendall. When my shot was going, about your middle school basketball hoop days. It wasn't middle school.
Ricky playing that ball. Back in my day, when I was
but I know from experience, like you want to, it makes you, like your adrenaline goes, you try harder on defense.
Ricky, you are not going to convince me you have basketball IQ
at Boca Middle School. I was like that. Come on, man.
I was okay.
You was trying to tuck, bro. You was trying to get buckets.
Come on now, I already know what time it was. Ricky Herro.
No, not at all. But yeah, look,
in the post.
I think ultimately, they have to get their shots running again at this point. Once they do that, I think the game opens up a lot more for them. My hope, however, is that it doesn't lead to more and more possessions for Denver where they find themselves pretty much out on the break. Because if that team gets out on the break and you got dealing, that's hilarious. And you got guys like MPJ who are trailers and stuff like that. And if those guys get hot, we might be in trouble. So
Ricky, I think I agree with your overall point. I do think that the team making threes is probably the best way that they could potentially win games. But her saying you played in the Negro Leagues, it's fucking
that makes no sense. I'm not even the oldest person on this panel.
You is in my
tonight you are.
Yeah, well,
Stone, what adjustments
I look good for my
making for game 2?
Hopefully it's Haywood Highsmith taking way less shots. That would mean that other guys are hitting shots. I think a game where he has, 26, 28 points, that's got to mean that something is going horribly wrong for about 11 other basketball players. And so I just need something to go horribly right for those 11 other basketball players in the next game. Max Strus, just make one shot. It starts one at a time. Duncan, if you can make 2 shots, wow, we'll be really cooking with grease at that point. We can't have this balloon number where we got our 3 shooters going 1 for 20. And like I said, I know we're trying to avoid that 14 conversation, but the more these guys keep showing us their ass, the more shots that is for 14 when he comes right back. And man, I saw that Draymond Green video earlier today where he was saying if we go down 0-2, you put Herro in and that makes things right. But if we go down 0-2 and we're relying on Herro to make things right in an 0-2 situation, we're fucked at that point. So I'm hoping for something a little better than that. I'm hoping that we can steal one on the road here from Denver on Sunday. I'm hoping the extra days of rest will be meaningful for us. And, I don't know where it starts. I don't know who needs to take less shots, but it's someone because, between Caleb, Max, and whoever else you want to point the finger at tonight, it was not it. And so for me, it starts with Jimmy making more shots and those guys taking less shots. And
Hold on, Stone.
I think if I want Herro game 2.
You want Herro game 2? You's a freaky ass nigga.
Hey, glad it's not me.
You freaky too.
You have no proof. There's no evidence of this.
Go ahead and finish, Stone.
Listen, I don't know how to have expectations with this basketball team at this point in the season. They have led me so many different directions. I'm not going to give up faith now. I feel like that's just a cowardice, no guts stance. This team's going to come back. We're going to win the next game. We're going to steal home court. And me, Royal Threat, Gad, everyone, we're going to be there for games 3 and 4 in Miami. There's no doubt about that. We will be there with signs and bells and whistles, and we're going to take that home court advantage right back. You better believe that.
I'm coming with boxes to pack motherfuckers up after game 3. I am stuffing bitches in lockers, bro. If you lose that game on my watch, Kendall, don't worry, bro. I need to contract some of your people, and I sprinkle a few Haitians in there for seasoning. Donardo, what adjustments do you see being made next game?
Hold on, bro. What you trying to say? I ain't got seasoning?
No, I'm trying to say like I add something to what you're already cooking. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what he said, Kendall.
Respect.
What? But you know, I ain't ready for no smoke. No, I think I'm gonna change my mind and say that's what I was saying. No. Go ahead, Miss Lynette. You already know how this goes, baby. Just hit the inbox. You follow me on Twitter. Like, we got the packages already ready for you. And you know you one of the OGs. So the boy already know the promo already. But anyway, just because you asked for it, we're going to throw you a freebie right now as a sample. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need some more insurance, make sure y'all hit up our girl Lynette at A Aggressive Insurance. You can find her at insurancebylynette.com. But y'all make sure y'all check my girl out, Miss Lynette. She always been supportive of the boys ever since we was at 5 Reasons, whatever. So shout out, Miss Lynette. We appreciate you. But yeah, just send me a DM, Miss Lynette, and we'll talk. Yeah. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about your adjustments for the next game.
Hey, Lynette, too. If you do become an official sponsor, I promise I got you with a fire promo video, just like we did for Simple Health Advisors. So you got that coming for you too. But there's some adjustments that this Heat team can make. I think one, they could probably pray a little bit harder. Maybe somebody could bait Christian Brown into calling Jimmy a bitch, so he actually tries. They could leave Cody Zeller on the bus. They could void Duncan Robinson's next contract because he only plays well when he doesn't have a bag. They could bring Ricky to the game. Apparently, he got a higher IQ than everybody on this team. I mean, listen, I'm not depressed right now. But I think I will be after game 2 when the first headline is, will Tyler Herro help turn this series around? That's not going to be a fun time at all. Listen, man, I'm not even mad, let me tell you, because I just see a team that is better than Miami beating Miami. When they played the Celtics, I thought that was the most fraudulent team in the NBA. Yeah, that was funny. I thought that was the most fraudulent team in the NBA, right? I was mad losing to that team. The Denver Nuggets just showed that they seem to be firing on all cylinders, just at a higher level than Miami is. So I'm not mad. But that being said, at the back of my mind, every time this team has their backs against the wall and everybody's doubting them, they pull some magical performance out their ass and get it done. So that's what's going to allow me to sleep at night, is they have that hope. And Stone said it perfectly. I'll have that hope until they're down 0-3.
Yeah, I think they've earned at least that much in these playoffs. Like, you got to kill me now, bro. Like, you got to kill me dead, bro. I'm not going. I don't think I'm gonna fold no more. I ain't gonna hold you. I might fold if they lose.
They some cockroaches,
bro. Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. If they lose while I'm there, bro, I might fold, bro, and I'm coming back irate. Kendall, what adjustments do you see them making going into the next game?
They call me Patch. I ain't no bitch. I ain't really worried about no adjustments, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Niggas just can't be bitches, bro. Like, get it out the mud. Just win a game. I'm gonna be real. Like, they lost this one. I'm not putting no numbers on nobody. I'm just saying everybody be aggressive, play good defense, bro. Like, I'm just being basic as fuck. Like, just win a game. I don't give a fuck how they got to do it. I don't care who has to be the star. Just win the fucking game. Because I don't like my team losing in the NBA Finals. And I've seen that 3 times already. So that don't sit well with me. Niggas not trying to be under 500 in the finals on my fandom, even though blowing a 3-0 would have been worse. But, yeah, we here. So win the fucking chip, please. Like, and that starts with winning game 2, bro. Like, and just so you know, Miami Heat, I have a early morning Saturday flight to no other than Denver, Colorado. Trust you me. You low down dirty sons of bitches. I will be in town. If you dare embarrass me, you better hightail your asses to that tarmac and get back to Miami before I get my hands on you.
Oh, no, they better not. Because by the time they land, I will be in Miami at the tarmac waiting for them as they try to escape you.
So, in other words, y'all are in lose-lose situations. I will have people on the roofs
waiting for you.
Do with that information as you please, but I will be in Denver, and somebody gonna have to see me.
He has a hoodie on, guys. He means business.
Hey, no. This hoodie coming down. They gonna be able to describe me.
No, I mean it's still a hoodie, though.
Yeah, you're right. They gonna be able to see me.
Oh yeah, but like they said in the comments, y'all make sure y'all leave us a like. If you're not already subscribed to the network, make sure you subscribe to the Basement Sports Network. We're here after every game. Also, make sure y'all check out the Random Scrub Heat podcast. Check out my boy Ant. He do a lot of shit. He's been on like a worldwide tour with the Believe Network. Check out his podcast over there. But he's also been going around to other podcasts, kind of plugging in people to what we do here. So shout out to him for that. Yeah, my adjustment for the next game is kind of going to be a rotational one. I think you see less Max Strus, less Duncan Robinson, more Shameless Highsmith. Like that is, I think they're going to lean into that defensive thing. And like the leashes for Max Strus and Duncan are going to be very short. If they're not hitting shots, then they're going to put that sorry. All right. That's not real. He said they needed to sweep Boston to have more time to adjust to the altitude. Jimmy didn't have any lift on his shots. They'll be ready and win game 2. We're not going to do that. Okay, I fucks with it. Let's talk about this next game because these folks is getting sleepy in the comments. Ricky, the boy feeling good?
Oh, niggas is out of their mind. My bad, Ricky. Wow. Look at what they saying.
They are. Shout out.
Wow, no, I'm not involved in that. Oh no, Miami's getting cooked. It's Denver. They don't win in Denver anyways. Yeah, I'm out of respect for Miami's culture. The Nuggets are winning in 6, and it starts with winning their first 2 games at home. I think Miami probably no. I'm not even going to say that. Yeah, no, they're losing on. When's the next game? Saturday?
I think next game is Sunday.
Wow, they got that much time? That's crazy. Wow. Still getting cooked.
Yeah, fuck what you talking about. Go ahead.
No,
yeah, get out. Stone, the boy feeling good?
I'm feeling amazing. I got no fears about these lowly Nuggets. Nikola Jovic, that's Nikola Jovic. Listen, Jamal Murray, don't get me started on what I've seen your girl do. It's going to be Heat in 5. I got no worries, no concerns. We're going to bounce right back. We're coming off this mat. There's no issues. We're going to kick these white boys right to the bench. Shameless Highsmith, he's going to show out. He's going to be defensive leader. He's going to clamp Jokic, and we're going to get this show right back on the road. I got no fears. Heat in 5.
Damn, Stone. Don't talk about your kinsmen like that, bro. Like, like I know y'all from all over the globe and shit like that, but bro, don't talk about them like that. They're good basketball players. Somebody said we don't give Denver credit and thing. I do want to make sure that I do shout out Denver's team. Like Denver's team is good. Like Denver's team is solid. That's the best offensive team that we've played. they are the worst defensive team that we have played, which is giving me hope this entire time. Like, we can beat that shit. And the boy feeling good?
There's no excuse me. There's no X's and O's that I could come on here and say that'll make me feel good about a win. So instead, I'm gonna leave it up to the hands of God. Heads is win, tails is loss. Flip a coin.
Leave me out of this.
Flip a coin.
It's tails this time.
All right, they're gonna fucking lose. There you go.
You and your bitch ass Siri can go to hell. Kendall, the boy feeling good?
Yeah, nigga. First and foremost, fuck the Denver Nuggets. Niggas talking about some more. You ain't talking about how they that good. Nigga, I'm not here to show no respect to nobody, bro. I want my team to win a chip. I'm only here to slander and praise the Miami Heat. I ain't got no praise for no fucking Nuggets. Like, fuck all kind of Nuggets at this point, to be honest. Like, McDonald's, Wendy's. If niggas eat Burger King chicken nuggets, then God bless.
You a different breed, brother.
You eat that zebra meat.
Niggas eating iguana meat, bro. Let's talk about it. But yeah, I feel good, bro, because why shouldn't I? Niggas either gonna win or lose, and they either gonna get praised for winning or they gonna get slandered for not winning. Because if they disrespect my fandom and lose the NBA Finals after already losing an NBA Finals with this core, I'm going to have a lot of issues. So I already let it be known, hey, Aston, you know something. That's good around here, cousin.
Hold now.
Come on, greasy and all of it. Love that chicken from Papa's. But yeah, the Heat, I feel good, bro. Like, why shouldn't I?
Them Chick-fil-A nuggets.
Yeah, hey man. Now I mean, I'm a BLT club person myself. Well, not, yeah, the chicken club. That's the grilled chicken club. That's my go-to. Like, I don't nuggets. Them shit's so small. They like for kids. In my opinion.
Yeah, I'll be on that spicy chicken deluxe. No tomato, please. Don't put that shit.
You need to get a grill. in the show. I'm so annoyed that we lost that. I just want to go ahead.
You just want to fry people all night. So fuck that. Before I get this, so I can say the words that I really need to say to you, let me get off of the camera. There is no vacillating between the two options. There's only one thing that's going to happen game 2, ladies and gentlemen. You all know what it is. The Heat about to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? Don't cover your ears. Listen to me and listen to me clearly. I'm with Kendall, bro. I don't really think, I think that there will be a rotational adjustment, but in terms of strategy, Miami got everything that they needed in order to pull out a win tonight. And I don't think that Denver's going to adjust their game plan to try and stop Miami from doing that. I think they're going to live and die with allowing our shooters to shoot because they don't believe in them. And I think that's going to be their downfall. So next game, I'm expecting better games from Max Strus. I'm expecting better games from Caleb Martin. And I'm expecting better games from Duncan Robinson. And if not, I'll be at game 3. So, that's I'm going to keep reminding these hoes, I will be there. So if you bitches don't win, listen, bro, I'm telling you, y'all going to hear me screaming, fuck is you talking about? The security is dragging me out of there by my ankles. Because I'm coming down them goddamn stairs to touch you, boy. I ain't gonna tell you that. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. We'll see y'all next time. Oh, I'm the producer this time, so I can't even tell Justin. Oh, on strike until Roy pays me, Justin. Well, there y'all have heard and seen the last of Justin.
That's crazy.
Cause that bitch not getting no goddamn money from me. Oh, I found it. Play the video, me.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air. We about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe. You already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the tray, yes and no. Friends and the